Have you ever sat in class, wondering why you're learning calculus but not how to do your taxes? Or why no one ever mentioned how interest rates impact your life way more than the Pythagorean theorem? Well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're diving into why school doesn't teach you financial freedom and what you need to learn. School's meant to prepare us for life, right? But the reality is, it often skips the real-world lessons about money, building wealth, and financial independence. So, if you're ready to uncover the financial wisdom they didn't teach you in school, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. By the end of this video, I guarantee you'll see money, debt, and financial freedom in a whole new light. Let's start revealing the financial truths schools left out, and better yet, let's learn how to use them to our advantage. You know, I remember a friend of mine from college. Let's call him Mike. Mike was that guy who did everything right. He studied hard, got into a great university, graduated with honors, and landed a high-paying job right out of school. But fast forward a few years, and there was Mike, working endless hours, barely making headway on his student loans, and constantly stressed about money. He once told me, "I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel, running as fast as I can, but not getting anywhere." One day, he called me up, frustrated, and asked, "How did I get here? I thought this was the path to financial success." That conversation stuck with me. Here was someone who had played by all the rules, but still felt like financial freedom was completely out of reach. And that's the reality for so many people. We're told to study hard, get a degree, and land a good job, but no one tells us how to make money work for us or how to build wealth. It's like we're given the keys to a car without knowing how to drive it. That's why we're diving into why school doesn't teach you financial freedom, and to understand why financial freedom isn't taught, we need to look at the purpose of traditional education. The school system, especially in the US, was developed during the Industrial Revolution. Back then, the goal wasn't to create entrepreneurs, investors, or financially independent individuals. It was to create dependable workers. Think about it. The system rewards obedience, punctuality, and memorization, qualities essential for factory-like environments. While these are valuable traits, they don't exactly lead to financial freedom. Building wealth requires a mindset that embraces risk, innovation, and critical thinking, things that following rules alone can't provide. Schools are designed to prepare us to work for someone else, not to teach us how to build wealth on our own. The lack of financial education isn't a flaw in the system. It's almost like it was intentional, keeping the majority focused on earning a paycheck instead of generating wealth. So, what's the solution? Start by cultivating a mindset of curiosity and self-education. Read books on entrepreneurship, personal finance, and investing. Authors like Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, and Napoleon Hill offer insights into wealth building and breaking free from the conventional mindset. And here's a tip. Surround yourself with financially ambitious people who inspire you to think bigger. It'll be the fastest way to change your mindset from worker to wealth builder. Let's tackle the elephant in the room. Why school doesn't teach you financial freedom. Financial literacy is critical for a successful life, yet most schools barely touch it. Maybe you had a one-semester economics class, but did it actually teach you about credit scores, budgeting, or how to build wealth? Truth is, schools treat money as an afterthought. Instead of learning how to manage wealth, most students are left to figure it out through trial and error, often with costly mistakes. Topics like debt management, credit scores, and investing basics, rarely discussed. Yet these are the very skills that make the difference between financial struggle and independence. Learning financial freedom shouldn't be a luxury. It should be a necessity. Managing and growing your money is foundational, but somehow it's one of the most neglected areas in traditional education. So you might be asking, What's the solution? Build your own financial literacy from the ground up. Free online courses, websites, and apps can give you a solid foundation on budgeting, debt, and credit management. Following reputable financial YouTubers and podcasts can also make learning engaging and relatable. And of course, you can start right here on this channel. We've got tons of content covering personal finance, self-development, business, and much more. Here's something you probably heard growing up: a good job is the ultimate goal. Study hard, get a degree, and find a stable job, and you'll be set for life. But here's the reality. Financial freedom isn't about earning a high salary. It's about managing, investing, and growing what you earn. The emphasis on jobs as the primary measure of success creates a mindset where we equate financial worth with job titles and income. Yet many high-income professionals struggle financially because they don't know how to manage their money effectively. Financial freedom is about building assets, creating multiple income streams, and understanding how to make money work for you, not just trading hours for dollars. Let's go back to Mike's story. Remember how he did everything right? He worked hard, graduated with honors, and landed a well-paying job, but he felt like he was running on a hamster wheel, working harder and harder without getting closer to real financial security. Mike's situation is exactly what happens when we're taught to focus solely on income instead of wealth building. When schools focus solely on jobs instead of wealth building, they leave out key lessons on passive income, investment growth, and financial resilience. Without these, even a six-figure salary can lead to financial struggles. The truth is, financial freedom comes from making your money work for you, not just working harder for more money. So, what's the solution? Shift your focus from income alone to wealth building. Explore passive income sources like dividend-paying stocks, real estate, or even starting a side business. Platforms like Fundrise for real estate and Vanguard for stocks make this accessible. And here's a concept worth knowing. Pay yourself first. Invest a portion of your income before spending. By the way, if you're enjoying this and want more content like this, comment video below and I'll know you're on board. All right, let's talk about one of the biggest gaps in education: debt and credit. Schools don't teach students why school doesn't teach you financial freedom in terms of managing debt, avoiding high-interest credit, and understanding credit scores. The result? Young adults end up with student loans, credit card debt, or car payments without a full grasp of the impact. Imagine if high school taught you how interest compounds on debt and how credit scores affect your financial options. Sadly, these lessons are left out, leaving people vulnerable to debt traps. Financial institutions often benefit from this lack of knowledge, so it's no surprise these topics don't make it into curriculums. To achieve financial freedom, you need to know how to manage debt and use credit wisely. Financially literate people don't just avoid debt, they understand when it's beneficial. Without this foundation, many get stuck in debt cycles that prevent wealth building. So, what's the fix? Educate yourself on debt management and credit building. Free resources on platforms like Experian, Equifax, and Credit Karma help you monitor and improve your credit. Try the avalanche or snowball methods to pay down debt, methods I discuss in another video linked below. Now, let's talk about the importance of assets over income. One of the most powerful concepts schools often ignore is the difference between income and assets. Most people are taught to focus on income, how much they earn from their job. But income alone doesn't build wealth. Assets do. Assets are things that generate income and grow in value, like real estate, stocks, or a business. Imagine if schools taught the importance of assets alongside career skills. Knowing the difference between income and assets would shift the focus from getting a job to building wealth-generating investments. Unfortunately, traditional education rarely delves beyond the basics of saving, leaving people to learn about assets much later. Building wealth is less about how much you make and more about how you use it. Financial freedom is achieved by growing assets that replace earned income over time. So what's the solution? Start small by exploring assets within your reach. Low-cost index funds, beginner-friendly real estate options like REITs or side businesses are good places to start. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki offer insight into asset building and the power of compounding. Moving forward, let's dive into why schools don't emphasize entrepreneurship. If we're talking about why school doesn't teach you financial freedom, we can't skip over entrepreneurship. Schools teach us how to work for someone else, but rarely do they teach us how to work for ourselves. Entrepreneurship, a key to financial independence, is hardly ever emphasized. Entrepreneurship fosters creativity, resilience, and problem-solving, all crucial skills for financial freedom. Yet schools tend to focus on stable jobs, which offer security but limit wealth potential. Without exposure to entrepreneurship, students miss out on opportunities for greater income, freedom, and growth. Not everyone needs to become an entrepreneur, but understanding the principles, taking risks, spotting opportunities, managing resources, benefits everyone. So what's the solution? Begin exploring entrepreneurship on a small scale. Start a side hustle, freelance, or test a business idea in a small group before scaling. Books like The Lean Startup by Eric Ries can guide you through the process, as can entrepreneurship podcasts. Up next, why budgeting and money management aren't priorities in school. Let's discuss a basic but often overlooked skill: budgeting and money management. Budgeting might not sound exciting, but it's a cornerstone of financial stability. Schools often skip practical budgeting, yet it's essential to avoid debt, overspending, or financial anxiety. Budgeting is more than a plan. It's a roadmap to financial freedom. Understanding how to allocate money lets you save, invest, and prepare for opportunities. Math classes are great, but without budgeting, students miss out on practical financial skills. So, what's the solution? Master budgeting with practical tools. Apps like Mint, Pocket Guard, and You Need a Budget, INAB, are great for setting goals and tracking expenses. Try the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt. This method keeps your spending in check while helping you work toward financial goals. I also have a video on the 50-30-20 rule, so make sure to check that out if you want a deep dive on how to budget effectively. Mastering budgeting puts you in control of your money, letting you allocate funds toward building the future you want. All right, now let's get into another major gap: investing. Why school doesn't teach you financial freedom and what you need to learn applies here too. Investing is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools, yet it's rarely covered in school. Imagine if high school taught you about stocks, bonds, or the magic of compound interest. Many people leave school without knowing the difference between a stock and a bond, or why compound interest can be life-changing for wealth building. Investing isn't just about retirement. It's essential for creating passive income, diversifying wealth, and achieving financial independence. But without this knowledge, many people only start investing later in life, missing out on years of potential growth. If schools taught even the basics of investing, students would be better equipped to make informed financial decisions early on. They'd know to take advantage of opportunities and avoid common pitfalls. So, here's the solution. Begin learning the investing basics. Books like The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins or A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton Malkiel are great starting points. Try investing small amounts in low-cost index funds or ETFs on platforms like Robinhood or Vanguard to gain hands-on experience. As you grow more comfortable, consider diversifying into other investments like bonds, real estate, or even alternative assets. And if you want me to summarize those books, comment book below and I'll make it happen. Moving forward, let's discuss the importance of financial goal setting. Financial freedom isn't just about knowing how to handle money, it's about having a clear vision and setting financial goals. This is another key aspect of why school doesn't teach you financial freedom and what you need to learn. Schools encourage us to think about career goals, but rarely about specific financial goals. Goal setting is crucial because it guides your financial choices. Without clear goals, it's easy to spend without a purpose or save without a specific plan. Imagine if students were taught to set short-term, medium-term, and long-term financial goals, like saving for a car, building a retirement fund, or even planning for financial independence. Each goal shapes how we approach money. Here's the solution. Start by creating your own financial roadmap. Define short-term, 1 to 3 years, medium-term, 3 to 5 years, and long-term, 5+ years, goals, such as building an emergency fund, saving for a home, or achieving early retirement. Tools like Personal Capital can help track your progress, and using SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, keeps you on track. Aligning your actions with your goals gives your financial choices direction, leading you closer to genuine financial freedom. Finally, let's talk about one of the most important yet underrated keys to financial freedom: lifelong learning. Schools often imply that education stops with a diploma, but for financial freedom, that's just the beginning. The financial world constantly evolves, and those who commit to lifelong learning are the ones who thrive. Lifelong learning keeps you adaptable and informed about financial trends, new investment opportunities, and economic changes. Think of it as building your financial muscle. The more you learn, the stronger your financial decisions become. Reading, listening to podcasts, taking courses, and finding mentors will empower you to make smarter, well-informed choices. Financial independence isn't a one-time achievement. It's a journey. Embracing lifelong learning prepares you for whatever challenges and opportunities come your way. Schools may not have taught us everything we need to know, but the resources are out there. So, what's the solution? Make learning a part of your routine. Subscribe to reputable finance podcasts, read financial news, or take online courses on investing, real estate, or entrepreneurship. Coursera, Udemy, and Skillshare offer courses for all levels. Lifelong learning ensures you're always ready for new financial opportunities, making financial independence a sustainable reality. True financial independence requires a mindset of growth and resilience. Even if schools haven't taught us everything, it's up to us to seek the knowledge we need. Financial freedom is achievable for anyone willing to keep learning and evolving. So there you have it. The reasons why school doesn't teach you financial freedom and what you need to learn, and the steps you can take to take control of your financial future. From financial literacy to budgeting, investing, and lifelong learning, these are the essential skills that school often overlooks. Remember Mike. He's a perfect example of how following the traditional path doesn't guarantee financial freedom. He studied hard, got the good job, and did everything he was supposed to do. But without the tools to make his money work for him, he found himself working harder just to keep up. And that's exactly what we're trying to break free from. Financial independence doesn't happen overnight. It's about shifting your perspective, setting goals, and continuously learning. If you found this video insightful, I highly recommend checking out my next video, which complements this one perfectly. Don't hesitate to share this video. It might help someone else too. Subscribe to the channel. As we conclude, it's important to note that this video is meant to educate you on the various aspects of investing, not to provide specific investment advice. Investing involves risks, and you should always do your own research and consult with professionals before making any financial decisions. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, so always consider the risks involved. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may you stay both wealthy and wise.